So today we're doing the first upgrade on my 2006 Dyna, and I like to start with the simple stuff. So we'll be upgrading the headlight. This is a really easy job. You can do it right at home in your garage. Let's get to it. A lot of people go with the Harley day makers, which are quite expensive, or those Moon MC headlights. Well, I found this light on Amazon. It's called a Cowone. It has some really good reviews. The light actually on my Sportster came off Amazon too, and it's lasted 4 or 5 years. So here's the headlight. I don't know if it's focusing on that. Hopefully you can see it, but it looks pretty cool. This lower part, I believe, that's the lowers. No, it goes this way. So right here on the bottom is the low beam, and then the high beams will be up top. Let's start this job. So the first thing you're gonna wanna do is loosen the trim ring that goes around the headlight. It's held on with a nut and a Phillips head screwdriver bolt, which is right on this side. Typically, I try not to have to use a wrench or anything, so I put a little pressure because the way it sits in here, I put a little pressure on the bolt, and you're usually able to screw it out. Let's see if it works today. Yep, it's working out for me. And you just need to loosen it up enough to get the trim ring off. There we go. Perfect. Looks like I went too far, but that's no issue. You can just put it right back together. Let's get this trim ring off. There we go. That's the trim ring. I'm gonna let the light rest there. Hope it doesn't fall. Next step, just pull the headlight out. Just like that. And there's a plug on the back. Hopefully you can see it right here. And all you do is squeeze the sides and pull out. And that's it. So this headlight actually had an LED bulb in it. I don't know if y'all can see that on there, but under there's an LED bulb, but it just wasn't bright enough. These stock housings are trash in my opinion. I feel like this should be the first upgrade you do to any motorcycle. Get you a good solid LED headlight. All right, so on my new headlight, you have to first remove this trim ring that sits in here, unless you can like squeeze and snap this back in with the trim ring still locked in, which honestly, I probably can do without removing the trim ring. I'm not even gonna mess with this trim ring. But on my headlight, it has a extra plug. But on this headlight, if you can see it there, hopefully it's focusing, it got an extra plug. That is for these daytime running lights, which I typically just wire into my low beam. So I'm gonna do that real quick. In case you can't tell, the stock harness does not have a way for you to plug that red wire in. So what I'm gonna do is tap into the low beam wire, which is gonna be your yellow wire. I looked this up in the manual. I hope the Harley manual is correct. So it says the yellow wire is the low beam wire. I'm gonna use one of these quick connect pieces right here to tap into that wire. It makes it really simple. I used to do a lot of soldering, but I had some of these laying around the garage, so why not utilize them? And all you do for this, I'll show you real quick. If you've never used one, you place your main wire. I'm hoping it's focusing, but all you do for this, if you've never used one, is you place your main wire through the open part, which is gonna be right here, and then the wire you're trying to tap in, you just run it into there. What's this side actually? You run it in there, and when this thing clamps down on this silver part that you see right there, it kind of locks them all and fuses them together. So let's do that.
Infinit Ryda.
Should be good. And the way you clamp it down is just with a set of vice grips. There we go. And I'm not sure if y'all can see that, but it is extremely secure. And there's a little blue tab that you flip and close it, and that's locked on. Now, all you do is plug in the headlight. I'm going to plug in the red wire first. Sometimes this is challenging when you don't have an extra set of hands. It's all about balance, baby. All about that balance. Let's get you plugged in. So that plugs in and that's secure. Now let's snap the main headlight plug in. And there's only one way this can plug in. There's 3 prongs, and the way they're set into here, you can't mess up plugging this in. Just make sure you press it in extremely secure. So mine is plugged in secure, but I do not like that I'm seeing exposed wire there. So I'm gonna take it a step further. I'm gonna put a little electrical tape around there. Give me 1 sec. I'm praying this don't fall. Utilize the little sticky that's left on here. Try to make sure it don't fall. Don't need a lot, just a little bit. All I'm trying to do is just cover that little bracket a little bit. I'm gonna use my knee to hold the light while I'm taping. And this probably is not even necessary. I'm just funny about stuff. I'm really anal about everything. There we go. No more exposure. All right, so let's try to lock this light in now. And what I like to do is find, there's like a little tab on the back of the light. It's right, hold up, it's right here. I don't know if y'all can see it, but if you feel it, there's a little tab on the back of the light that lines up with the tab that's inside your trim ring, which mine is right here. That kind of helps you know the orientation in which the light goes, which it looks like it goes this way. So first, I'm gonna twist these wires a little bit to give me less like play or loose wire, whatever the hell you wanna call it. I'm gonna twist it and it'll start to wrap in. Gives me more room in there because it's gonna be a snug fit because now I got this extra thick piece in here. All right, so it's gonna be like this. I need the thicker piece towards the bottom, I believe, to make it fit. And that is pretty much locked in. At least I think it feels flush. I'm not 100% on that. What you're gonna do is pull this back a little bit and start working your trim ring back on here. But you're gonna wanna be able to get this paper off once you get the trim ring on. It's way easier to just take this damn screw out. You want to make sure this light ain't rotating too much. There we go. All right, now let's get the screw in. It's harder once the trim ring is on there, honestly. So we got the trim ring on. My screw is spinning too much, so I'm gonna use a set of needle noses to hold one side. If I can get them in here, I feel like there's a way easier way to do this. I gotta stop that from spinning. So let me, backyard mechanic, y'all. Stop it. Remove it, and it worked. What I'm using is the screwdriver's edge. Stop the bolt from spinning. But I honestly feel like that's solid. That's pretty tight at this point. Now you can peel away the protective coating. Let's do that again. Now let's peel back that protective coating and make it real dramatic.
Infinit Ryda.
That's a much better look in my opinion, and it took all of 20 minutes for me because I had trouble putting that trim ring on. But that's just because I'm dysfunctional. And plus I did a couple extra steps. For most people, that would have been a 5-minute job if you didn't care about your daytime running lights. But I want the full functionality of my light. Let me know what y'all think. I feel like this one looks so much better than how it previously looked. And you're gonna get way more functionality. I'll do a review video on this light at a later date. Thank you for watching the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like and comment below, and we will see you in the next one with a much brighter headlight. Yeah, boy!